2022, an absolutely incredible year. So many incredible pieces coming into the Batcave, and today we're going to count down my top 10 favorite statues that I received this year. That's up next. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And I am so excited for today's video and all of these videos that I've been doing here recently as we, kind of count down the new year and celebrate the holidays and everything else. And it's always fun to reflect on all of the amazing statues that not only came out this year, but also to celebrate the statues that came into the Batcave here. And so today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite statues that I received in 2022. Of course, 2023, I am very, very stoked for all of those statues that are going to be coming out. But I definitely, like I said, I definitely want to celebrate statues that I got in 2022. Now, of course, there are more than 10, so there are statues that didn't make the cut. Are they still in my collection? Yes, absolutely. I've sold a few, I've gained a few, but these are the ones that stand out in my collection. Okay, so coming in at number 10, and it's kind of crazy that it was number 10 actually. I thought it actually would be a little bit higher on my list, but coming in at number 10 is the DC Comics 1/3 scale Harley. I waited 3 years for her, and she is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely glad that she made the top 10 list, but I think what made it a little bit bittersweet was just that I had to wait so long. And of course, they did other Harleys in the meantime, and some were better in my opinion than this one. Although I think this one still is absolutely outstanding. Of course, I did get the deluxe, which is really, really a special, special piece. Obviously, the thing about this piece that some people don't like is the fact that it has this massive base. The base does take up a lot of room. Collectors did ask at the time, hey, Prime One, please, reduce the size of the base, maybe just offer her by herself. They did not do that. They just did what they did, and it's still a very beautiful piece, and I think that this piece will be sought after for a long time to come. But still a very, very cool piece from Prime One Studio coming in at number 10. Again, DC Comics, Harley Quinn. Again, incredible statue at 1/3 scale, okay? So now let's move on to number 9, and this is a great, great piece. It's actually a piece that surprised me that it made my list. I guess I shouldn't be though, because it's a premium format. Most of the things that I love end up being the 3rd scale, the really, crazy bells and whistles pieces, but this is the Batman Who Laughs from Sideshow Collectibles. Absolutely incredible statue. It is a lot bigger than you expect it to be. I remember when Dan Default from Wayne Manor North, whenever he visited the Batcave, he was in shock. He was wowed by it so much that he bought it himself. And it's just one of those pieces that it's special. And Sideshow doesn't do a lot of Batman villains. They just don't. And so this is a very, very special piece to me. It's a more modern villain. Of course, we're hoping eventually get all of the other villains that they haven't done. But I think that Sideshow did a phenomenal, phenomenal job with this piece. It is an awesome looking piece. And I look at it all the time. I think it's really, really well done by Sideshow. So again, coming in at number 9, Batman Who Laughs, premium format 1/4 scale from Sideshow, okay? So let's move on to number 8. Now, number 8 is a piece that actually I just got in recently, so I haven't had a chance to really enjoy it because it was broken when I got it. And so I shipped it off to Eric B, of course. He had it fixed. He fixed it for me, did a phenomenal job, and so it's just now in the Batcave. So it's still new to me, even though it's an older piece. But number 8 is Batman Damned. Of course, Lee Bermejo, 3rd scale, Prime One Studio. This is, again, a very, very special piece that I slept on, guys. I had Batman Noel. I loved it. I wasn't really all that, impressed by Batman Damned, but it grew on me. I saw other collectors get it in hand, and it's one of those pieces where it's like, okay, why did I not get it? And so I did. I saw a great deal. I jumped on it, and I'm really glad it's finally in the collection. It's a very, very cool piece. Of course, it pairs up really nicely with the Lee Bermejo Joker, and if I do get the Lee Bermejo Catwoman, again, it would make a nice trio of very, very cool pieces with all, kind of the legs stepping up on the base, all the same theme. Again, Lee Bermejo, one of my all-time favorite DC comic artists, absolutely incredible. So again, Batman Damned coming in at number 8. So let's move on to another 1/4 scale piece for number 7. And number 7 really it's all part of the year of the samurai, because this was the year where I fell in love with the samurai line. My first one was Deathstroke, and it's just such an incredible, incredible lineup that that was just another line that I slept on because I didn't think I had the room. I didn't really understand the concept when it first came out. I didn't get it. But oh my gosh, I am so glad I jumped on it, guys. So this is the Samurai Bane. It's a really large piece. It's a low profile, so it doesn't look good everywhere. You can't really have him on a low shelf. I don't think he looks good there. But if you're able to have him up high, he is a very, very cool piece. And in my opinion, one of the coolest samurai pieces to date. He's very impressive, a lot of different head sculpts. He's bulky. Again, the only drawback, of course, could be the pose depending on where you have them displayed, but I absolutely love the Samurai line, and Bane is by far one of my favorites. But he came in at number 7, so that's where he's at right now for the year. Number 7, Samurai Bane from XM Studios. Very, very cool piece. Okay, so let's move on to number 6 now. Now, number 6 is a piece that is controversial. Some people absolutely despise this statue. I, for one, absolutely love it. And so coming in at number 6 is a 1/3 scale statue from Prime One Studio, the Dark Knight Ledger Joker. I love this statue. I cannot wait to pair it up with the Infinity Studios Joker, the life-size bust. Again, that's going to be a 2023 probably. But I'm so wowed by this piece. I think it looks great. The cut and sew, the base, the money all over. Yes, it's maybe a little bit busy, but I like the sculpt. Is it as good as the prototype? It is not. Is it still really good in person? Yes. It doesn't photograph well. It doesn't video well. It's one of those ones where you have to see it in person and you'll be like, okay, now I get it. But even so, some people still hate it. Some people are still going to badmouth the statue. I am not one of those people. I really like it. I absolutely love it in my collection. And so, again, I'm just very excited to own it. That's why he came in at number 6, okay? Let's go on to my top 5 now, okay? Top 5, and we're going to start off with another samurai piece. Beautiful, beautiful statue. Again, this is one that I never really thought I would have in my collection. Quarter scale Samurai Poison Ivy. Absolutely just beyond stunning. Delicate. Hard to put together. Worth it. She cost me $2,000 or more, depending on who you buy it from, guys. This is an expensive statue. Is she worth it? To me, she is. I am so glad to have her. I think she's one of my all-time favorites in the samurai line, and maybe even in my collection in general. She's just absolutely gorgeous, and it's just one of those things where sometimes you can't really appreciate these things until you get them in hand. Like I mentioned, this is one of those pieces. She is beautiful in photographs, beautiful in videos, beautiful in person, and just a wow factor. The paint, the detail. Again, she's one of the very first ones that they did for this samurai line, and I'm so glad that I have her in the collection. Beautiful, beautiful statue at number 5, okay? So we're gonna stick with the samurai theme for number 4. Can you guess who it is? Can you guess who it is? It's become one of my all-time favorite statues in my collection. Samurai Batman. I had 2 of those in my collection. The one with the bat signal, very, very awesome. I loved it, but I sold it. I'm sticking with the OG. The OG, again, a $2,000 piece. Very expensive. It is stunning. I love it. It's one of my favorites in my collection. It is stoic. It is beautiful. And again, it's one of those ones where I never thought that I was going to buy it, but I am so glad that I did. It is really incredible. It's a piece that I don't think I'll ever part with. I just really, really love it. I love it, and I'm so glad. I want to, again, thanks to Jeff Delaney, Secret Sanctuary, Dan Default. They're the ones that enabled me to get it. So glad I did. It really kick-started this entire trend of this year. So very, very cool. All right, guys, so now we are down to the top 3 here. Top 3 very, very exciting pieces in my collection. So number 3, I'm looking at her right now, and that might have given you a clue, but it is the 1/3 scale Arkham City Harley. Oh my God. Beautiful, stunning, sexy statue from Prime One Studio. The biggest downfall, of course, is its massive base. It is way too big. It is oversized. But when I look at her and I look at the DC Comics one that I referred to at number 10, I just think this one blows that one out of the water. Yes, she's from a video game, but she can absolutely fit in any situation in terms of your collection. She is just absolutely beautiful. It's kind of a throne piece. You know, you could consider that. Obviously, I'm getting the Jimenez Joker with Punchline. They're going to pair up really nicely. And so the throne pieces are very popular, and they're very, very cool with the chair. But again, I'm just looking at her. She's just absolutely beautiful. I love the portraits. I love everything about the statue. I just feel like it really captures the spirit of Harley Quinn. And I think that Prime One just absolutely nailed it. And I'm so excited to have it in the collection. So definitely in the top 3. There might be some days where she goes back and forth between 2, 3, 4, you know, who knows. But I'm just so happy that I ordered her, because I wasn't going to at first, because I wasn't going to, you know, necessarily keep going with the Arkham line. Of course, I've now got them all back. But Arkham City Harley at number 3. Okay, so top 2. Can you guys guess what they're going to be? Obviously, some of you out there, you're going to be thinking, you're going to be looking around my collection. Some of you are going to instantly know which the final 2 are. But which ones? Here we go. Number 2, right behind me. The XM Studios Bat Bike. Quarter scale, Sean Murphy. Had the pleasure of having him on the show. Of course, this was a piece that I was not going to get. I was not interested at all in this piece. XM sent it to me. We unboxed it, of course, live with Dan Default from Wayne Manor North. Absolutely incredible. I fell in love with the statue. I had to ship it back to somebody else, which sucked, but I ordered it that night. Ordered it, got it in. What you see is in my Batcave. I absolutely love it. One of the coolest statues I've ever seen. I am so glad. I still can't believe I own it. It's expensive. It scares me every single time I come into the room because I'm always worried I'm going to break that cape. But wow, talk about wow factor. Talk about incredible statues. XM, there's a lot of XM statues on my list this year. And it's all for good reason. The art, the quality, the paint, all of it is just absolutely, bar none, incredible. And I just, again, I look at it and I can't believe I own it. It is just a very, very special piece from XM. Absolutely. I cannot say enough good things about it. Okay. So that leaves us with number 1. Were you guys right? Did you guess? It's right here, guys. Detective Comics 1000, Prime One Studio. Another piece that a lot of people kind of said, hey, Chris, you shouldn't get that. If you're going to get the Batman versus Joker piece, you don't really need this one. I am so glad I didn't listen to that advice. Detective Comics 1000 is, in my opinion, right now, the definitive Batman. The definitive Batman. 1/3 scale, I know might not be for everybody. The cape, it's crazy. But you talk about iconic imagery, and just one hell of a statue. Prime One Studio, again, gets my vote. This statue is beyond incredible. And it's really cool that my top 2 ended up being Batman, right? Some years it's been Joker, some years it's been other characters, but Batman. I am the Batman statue collector, so it's very fitting. And I feel like these 2 statues, the Bat Bike, Detective Comics 1000, could be interchanged any other day for my number 1 or number 2. I do feel like they are 2 of the best Batman statues ever created and might ever be created. And so I tip my hat to XM. I tip my hat to Prime One Studio because, again, they're all beyond phenomenal. Okay? So that concludes my list. That's my top 10 list of favorite pieces from 2022. I cannot wait because I have so many pieces coming in 2023. It is going to be one stellar year. And so I just want to thank you, everybody that's been with me for this year, been with me from the beginning, again, celebrating 6 years here on YouTube. And so it's very, very exciting to go back and look at all of these incredible statues that came into the Batcave, some brand new, some older pieces, but new to me. And so, again, my top 10 list is complete for this year. We have so much content coming up for you guys, a lot of special content because of the holidays, so definitely stay tuned. Of course, I just cannot thank you guys enough for watching. I hope you're all having a great, happy holiday so far. Please do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't done so. Please like the video. It does help with the YouTube algorithm and helps collectors just like you find content like just like this. And again, I just cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support here on this channel. I love each and every one of you. You're all absolutely incredible. And speaking of support, if you do want to take it one step further, you can hit the join button down below for early access to our videos and other Bat Boxes, perks, and other things. Again, I just cannot thank you guys enough. I love you, and I'll see you soon right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody.